Co-chairs Nathanson and Meek, vice chairs Walters and Reschke, and committee members. My name is Ed Diehl, state representative for House District 17, East Salem through the majestic Santiam Canyon. I had the honor to serve on the Joint Semiconductor Committee with some of you at this side and these fine ladies here. And that was an honor, and it's great to see all these familiar faces here. And I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak in support of Senate Bill 5. You're going to hear from some fine people who share many of the reasons to support the R&D tax credits, how they spur economic growth, how they'll show a return on investment for the state, which you just heard, why they're important to maintain competitiveness with our neighbors, and how they're an essential part of the package to attract the semiconductor industry and the CHIPS Act money to Oregon. I'm here to encourage the committee to apply this credit as far and wide as possible to benefit not just the semiconductor industry, but other industries, and to benefit not just the big players that want to move here, but the little guys that have been here and they want to stay in Oregon. A little bit about my background. I'm a degreed mechanical engineer with over 20 years of experience designing and developing control systems and factory automation systems for manufacturers all over the world. My company, which I sold to my partners a few years ago, did everything from put rivets in 747 wings to make French fries for Lamb Weston to 2x4s for sawmills all over the place. And in some cases, we provided services and products to semiconductor manufacturers. So first, I want to urge the committee to remember there are small businesses that work in the semiconductor industry. However, that may not be their primary business. In many cases, they provide essential products or services to that industry. During the joint semiconductor work session, I brought up one such company, a longtime Oregon company based in Albany. I'd hate to see them excluded from these credits simply because their business is diverse and serves other industries vital to Oregon's economy, the country's economy, and in fact, the country's national security. Second, there are some businesses serving the semiconductor industry that may want to expand without taking advantage of the CHIPS Act funding for a variety of reasons. We heard from those in the committee as well. These vital businesses, many of them on the smaller side, should not be excluded from R&D tax credits simply because applying for the CHIPS Act funding may cost them a little more than it's worth. Third, there are a lot of small companies like mine, old company, that do custom project work and niche products for a diverse customer base that can also benefit from these tax credits. Probably when most of you think about the businesses that benefit from R&D tax credits, you're probably thinking of large companies like Intel with dedicated R&D operations with a bunch of PhDs running around in white lab coats, designing the next generation of computer chips. But there are other companies, like the company I used to own, where R&D is on a more humble scale. It may be in the form of a custom project in high-tech manufacturing, where we take the risk to design a control system for a new machine that has never been used before. Or we may invest in a niche robotic application that we can productize and that another Oregon company can resell to all their customers across the country. This kind of R&D is not as obvious nor as glamorous, but it serves a vital need to grow the Oregon economy. I bet if you ran the numbers, applying a broader definition of the R&D tax credit more in line with the federal definition, you'd find that you would benefit a wide array of companies, but the immediate fiscal impact would be small because most of these companies are on the smaller scale. And it would encourage those small businesses in Oregon, like the one I used to own, to hire, to take a little bit of risk, and to innovate. And I believe that the data shows that R&D tax credits show a net return for the state in the long run. So this is really an investment. And I know it would absolutely benefit a number of small Oregon businesses. So I appreciate your time, and I appreciate greatly the opportunity to serve with my colleagues on the Joint Semiconductor Committee, and I ask you to support Senate Bill 5. Thank you.